Hey everyone, welcome back to the Quality Connect YouTube channel. I'm Trevor and this is the founder of Quality Connect, Andrew Wellwood. Andrew, thanks for coming in today. And we're going to be talking about tips from the big builder, that's you, and how to compete.
The tips are coming from me. I am not the big builder. I'll make sure we word that one properly. I do not want to be...
So you're very well versed in the construction and building industry, especially residential building, and you may not be one of the massive builders out there, but you've worked with a number of them and you know how they operate and how a small builder can have the advantage when competing against them. So
yes,
that's good. Let's do that. So Richard Branson said, if you're a small company taking on a big company, you need to have a sense of humor.
Yes.
Very much so. So start us off, Andrew. Tell us a little bit of background.
Well, every company starts off as a small company. Some companies just spend a little bit longer there than others. Some of them live there their whole lives.
Right. That's not a bad thing.
No, absolutely not. Where you want to be in business is where you want to be. Some people excel as small businesses. Some builders build 1 to 5 homes a year, and they have for the last 20 years, and they have no desire to change. They found their niche, and they're happy. Other builders, want to go from 10 to 20 to 40 to 400. And if they build 100 a year, they didn't hit their goal. They want to build more. They want to do more and more. It all depends. I'm not going to tell you how to run your company or what you should strive for in the market. So
awesome. So what do the big successful builders do that a small builder could implement on their build?
I would say they do what every good, strong business does, is they have systems. Same as McDonald's, same as anything. They're not relying on the absolute best in the industry to run their company. They're making it work with their systems. They've got checklists, operating procedures, everything like that. What they do is they have that build down pat. They have everything worked out, every step, every order, every checklist, every inspection, everything is broken down, scheduled, and laid out in an operations manual, so that if as a small builder, you have to look at it as a small builder, if you wanted to take a vacation and a long, like you wanted to take like a 7-month vacation without cell phone access,
right?
You could pass off your binder, your tablet, however you schedule, your piece of paper, your, as a framer, your 2x6 with a checklist written on it. You could pass that off to somebody and they could manage your build. They would know all the steps, who to contact, when to contact them, what to check for, everything like that. And they've got it streamlined down to a science.
Yeah, there's freedom in discipline.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. I agree with you 100%. Systems and processes and checklists are a big part of what we do as well. And it really helps us, and it helps our customers with getting their marketing on point.
Yes.
So, what is the hardest part from going from 1 or 2 homes to 10 to 20 homes?
That would be the systems. People underestimate them. And if you're an owner, you're a builder, and you are very knowledgeable and you can just keep it all upstairs. Like everything is up there. Everything is up there. All the people you need to contact, all the phone numbers you need, which people don't have phone numbers in their heads anymore because of the wonders of the cell phone. But if you have everything in your head, all the different steps, all the different checklists, you walk through the home and you just know in your head what you're looking for, who needs to come next, everything like that. And you can manage 1 or 2 or 5 homes, no problem, no checklist, nothing. And you want to try and jump to 10 or 20, you have to start delegating. And if you don't have a system in place so that you can pass off some of the responsibility, you are either hoping that whoever you hire as a project manager or construction supervisor, whatever title you want to give them, has the same sort of skill as you and just the intuition to build, which isn't going to work well. You need to have those systems in place.
Yeah, so really the person, the builder, has to take what's in their head and put it down on paper.
Yes.
Make those systems and checklists up so that they can pass it on. Unless they want to be tied to their business forever, never have a break.
Yeah. You can go from 1 to 2 homes to 10 to 20 homes if you can go to 20 hours of work a day for 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can do it on your own. Have that.
Sounds great. So can big builders really build homes for less than a small builder?
Yes, they can.
Well, how is that?
They can in the new developments.
Okay.
They can get a lot of volume discount.
Gotcha.
And that's just how business works. You know, if you're a flooring company and, you know, if you're building your home and you're gonna purchase 2,000 square foot, 2,000 square footage of flooring this year, maybe 4,000.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a decent deal because you're buying more than a home, than a reno guy.
Yeah.
But if I'm purchasing 400,000 square feet of flooring, my buying power is way greater than yours. And as a flooring company, you'd be crazy not to give me a bit of a discount because that's a lot of volume. The Walmart effect. It's a lot of volume running through your store. So yes, I'm going to be able to get it cheaper than you. I'm also going to be able to reuse the same blueprints over and over and over again. So I'm not paying for a new blueprint to be designed. I'm not paying for new engineering to be designed.
Yeah.
All my trades I can negotiate. I say this but I'm obviously not a big builder.
Yeah.
The bigger builders can negotiate a better deal with that. And the same on the land. And the land is where the real cost savings is. Land price. If I buy the lot $30,000 cheaper than you, I can knock down $30,000 in my price easier than you can.
Yeah.
And to save $30,000 in your cost to build is extremely hard, but if I negotiate $30,000 less on land, that's easier for me to do as a volume than it is for you.
Yeah, so that's huge. That's a fancy term that we call economies of scale.
Yes.
So buying more, you get it for less. And it really helps out on the bottom line. Big businesses have been doing it for years, and that's how they win, right? That's how they stay in business.
It is.
They don't always get things right because we see a lot of big businesses who are sitting on properties that they cannot sell.
Yes.
And then the holding costs and all the fees and stuff that they're still paying really bites them in the rear end at the end of that. So all companies are exposed in that arena if they don't play their cards well.
Exactly.
So what are the big benefits of being a smaller builder?
Well, the benefits of being a small builder is how you're going to compete against the larger builders. The larger builders have to build a certain amount to stay on. Like they've got, administrative staff, payroll staff, construction supervisors, project managers. They're on salary. They get a paycheck every month.
Yeah.
So if the economy is slow, they still have to be able to pay these people. So they still have to build. They still have to keep everyone going. They still have to keep the big wheel turning. So they're going to cut costs and they're going to sell homes for less of a profit because they need that profit to keep feeding the machine, basically. Yeah, they need cash flow. They need to keep paying all this overhead. They've got a building. They've got show homes, sales staff. They've got everyone that they have to keep going. As a smaller builder, if it looks like the economy's tanking, don't build. Sit back. Take a bit of a break. Don't
build fences and decks and things like that. If
exactly. Become a project manager like everybody else does. No, but you don't have to look at a bad economy or a slow economy and think I have to make payroll. I have to put 5 basements in this month. It's February, it's minus 30 for the entire month. For some reason, this month has been minus 30. Yeah. You don't want to put a basement in. You're going to have a huge cost in heating your excavator. If you can get him to fire his machine up, if his machine will even fire up.
Yeah. And if you can actually dig.
Yeah, his cost is going to be through the roof. As a smaller builder, wait for March. Who knows what it's going to be like in March, but it's probably not going to be minus 30 for the whole month of March, I hope. Wait a month. You're better off in that sense. And then you can also compete in the infill, and that's where a lot of small builders are competing, because if you're buying a house to tear it down, little Mary and Joe, they don't care who they sell it to.
Right.
If you're coming on as one of the biggest builders and land developers in Canada, or I'm coming personally to buy your home, they're just looking at the sale price.
Yeah.
They're not going to give a big, massive developer a discount in buying their home to tear it down, because really they just want to get value for their home. So that's where you compete, and then you're putting in a custom infill. So blueprint is a blueprint.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting a lot of the volume costs, and it's harder for the bigger builders to manage infill construction because their business is designed for new home construction. Where that site supervisor can manage 30 homes because he can walk door to door to 30 homes. He can walk into 30 homes in the matter of an hour because they're all in the same block, they're all in the same area. All of a sudden you throw in a downtown location for him to manage when his entire area is based out of West Edmonton.
Yeah.
You know, he's all of a sudden now able to walk through 10 homes in his area plus one downtown, and it cuts at 20 homes that he can handle out of his capacity. So they're the bigger builders are moving into it, but their costs are higher for it because they have to have more staff to manage the infill department, or they have to have a separate project manager, site supervisor for infill development.
So the small builders still win because it's more of a level playing field doing the infill homes and smaller projects.
Yeah.
Not necessarily smaller projects, but being able to do those infill homes, you can level the playing field.
You can level it a lot more
because their expenses are much higher for management.
Yes.
And admin.
Yeah, and people buying in the infill market they're not looking for tract homes. They're not looking for your basic front attached 2,000 square foot house.
Right.
Because you don't build those in the infill. They're not front attached. So people in the infill have a little bit more of a different taste.
More custom.
Yeah, they're not looking for a quantity builder. They're looking for what they want specifically.
Yeah, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you're a smaller builder, you know how to win in the infill market and how to compete against the big guys. Thank you so much, Andrew. That's been very informative, and I know this is going to help a lot of the small builders out there. If you liked what we were talking about today, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and maybe leave some comments down below so we can get some feedback on what topics you might want to hear about next. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.